Bulgaria. The athletes are on the start-finish line, and starting with a huge head start is Elodie Clouvel of France, who has built up a very good lead after the first of the disciplines here in Sofia. She has fenced very well, she swam very well. Now it's time for the combined discipline, the laser-run, and Clouvel has a sizable lead. Still the only athlete out on the course, and I think this is going to be quite a lonely race for Clouvel, as she's going to complete a good half of this lap, by the way, before anybody is even so much as on the track. It's around 2 minutes to get round, and here we go. A little bit of a delayed start there by Lita Renado. Adamatiti makes her way out onto the course as well, and this is where we start to see a bit of a cluster of athletes after this. So the top three have a decent lead, and Clouvel, by the way, is making her way through this running course nicely, and there you can see the chasing pack making their way out, and away goes 9th place Olivia Green, who is the one that all those athletes behind are trying to catch. Rebecca Langra is chasing down, and then it's a battle with Erdos, with Axin, with Catherine Meyer and Oliver, all trying to chase down Olivia Green. This is of course the formation lap, and we saw that point of view from Penelope Nika, who was running the course for us yesterday with a GoPro strapped to her head. You can see that there's been sawdust put down on the course to give an extra bit of grip, because the weather here has been pretty challenging. But I think Clouvel is not too far away from completing her first lap, but there is Olivia Green of Great Britain in 9th place.
No, Clouvel has really put herself in a comfortable position, but it'll be interesting to see this race. There's a whole bunch of athletes: Annika Zilliken, Heidi Morrissey, Malik Ismail, and Emma Whittaker, all together in one bunch.
Rita Erdos, by the way, is making her way through. Is a Z-Pack Axin. We'll keep an eye on those athletes, but Clouvel arrives at the shooting range, just takes her time, knows she has a big lead here.
It will be a matter of shooting in this competition.
Well, there we go. Clouvel makes her first target. 2 out of the 5 there for Clouvel, who's made it 3 out of the 5. And she's just now 4, finally, for Clouvel. It's okay. This is... Listen, it's not the best shooting time, but it's sub 20 seconds. That's fine for Clouvel, who gets away, breathes a sigh of relief as she's out of the range. She'll look to improve on that later. There is a lot of pressure when it is you out in front. Green trying to close in on that pack further above. She's a good laser runner, Green. And you can see Adamatiti is at the range. Alongside her is Renadal. Zillikens, Ishmael, Whittaker, Morsi, Klunnikova, and Green now all at the range, and you can see Green's targets in the top left-hand side of your screens there. She's making most of them, to be fair. It's a little bit slower, so now the athletes start to make their way out. Who is going to be slower and who is going to make up time? Klunikova's out. This is the fastest of shooting times, and Green moves up a few places there. Good shooting up from Green. Whittaker with a little bit of a slower shoot, but then you can see Erdos is out, Axin is moving up. So it's all been mixed up now. Heidi Morsi's now down to 9th place. Erodia, look at that, Erodia's moved up 6 places, and she started in 16th, and we did wonder if Erodia could be an athlete to watch later on in this competition. And it's now Whittaker and Green back to back, and there is Laura Erodia, who is trying to put the pressure, and she's got past Heidi Morsi. So Heidi Morsi has dropped out of those top 9 positions, and Rita Erdos is now about to get past Morsi. Erdos has been gradually gaining throughout this race, but this is really exciting now, as Erodia has gone up from 16th to 9th place after the first shooting routine. We did wonder who might get pulled into this battle, and Erdos is keeping pace, and Morsi is now slipping a little bit further back. The race has come to life after that first shooting routine. Think of this like Formula One. It's like a pit stop, and there's battles going on all across the field.
No, that is very accurate. I think Oliver is also one we should keep an eye out for. Has shown promising performance in the past.
Yeah, Oliver is a quick laser runner. She was very close to qualifying for the Olympics, coming second at Pan American Games, but dare I say, all eyes now on Cluvel, who's back in the range. So that's a first shot there for Cluvel. She had 20-second shoot on the previous routine. She needs to be shooting quicker than this if she wants to get herself a medal here. It's 4 out of the 5 for Cluvel. It was a 20-second shoot last time. It's a sub 20-second shoot again, so Cluvel is consistent with her shooting. What about a bit further back as everybody starts to arrive? Adamatiti, Zillikens, Ishmael. Adamatiti's shooting well here, as is Zillikens. Is anyone going to really stick out here?
I think it's Zillikens.
Zillikens, Adamatiti with good shooting times. Who's going to be next out? Laura Eradir, who was so impressive in that first lap. Ishmael is out. Eradir is away. Good shooting from Eradir. Who's shooting slow? Whittaker's struggling, as is Green a little bit here. Oliver moves up into that top 9. And now it becomes a battle of the two Brits for that final 9th place spot if they can catch Oliver. Both Whittaker and Green have dropped out of the top 9 here. They've got to get the job done on the track because Oliver has moved up from 13th into 9th place. Whittaker all over the back of Oliver, and this could be Olympic qualification at play here as Zillikens moves up, I think, into 2nd place a bit further up, but this is a really exciting semi-final, and Whittaker moves back up, as does Green. So it now becomes a battle between the two Brits. We've been saying all season the battle between the British athletes is exciting in terms of Olympic qualification. Qualification for Super Sunday is now between Green and Whittaker. They're in 9th and 10th place. So Rita Rodos is a good laser run. Elite Rinaldo has dropped down places. She could get pulled into this battle for 9th and 10th place. It's still possible that Whittaker, Green and Oliver could still all qualify. Look at that, they're all on the same stretch, and in fact Rinaldo has dropped down, so both Whittaker and Green would, well, Green still has yet to get past, so Whittaker has moved up into back into 8th place as she's now all over the back of Malik Ishmael. This is a good laser run from Whittaker, by the way. She's putting in a good pace. She obviously needs to improve her shooting time.
Yeah, Whittaker is climbing up the ranking here, so it's just up to her shooting for the next few rounds.
So, arriving at the shooting range for the 3rd penultimate time, it is Elodie Cluvel. Misses the first couple of shots. Can she improve on a 20-second shoot? She'll start to feel the pressure now, by the way, because Zillikens is arriving at the range. So no green lights yet for Cluvel. Cluvel is struggling at the range here. Surely, with a 42-second shoot, she doesn't get pulled in to this battle for 9th place. But anything could happen now. As the rest of the athletes arrive at the range, Zillikens will take the race lead here. Away goes Zillikens. Cluvel is really struggling at the range here. Heredia moves up into 2nd place, and Cluvel is out with a 33-second shoot, but that means so far Cluvel has 1 minute 10 seconds at the range. Erdos is away. Adamatiti with a slightly slower shoot, but that's absolutely fine. Whittaker's away. Malik Ishmael. Green is still at the range. Oliver's away. Morsey's away. Olivia Green is struggling at the range here, but she's out, which means Elite Ronaldo takes 9th place back. Oliver's in 10th place. We've still got 1 shoot to go. Olivia Green drops down to 11th place. Catherine Mine Oliver's in 10th place. Langer has dropped a couple of places. She's in 12th place, but Ronaldo had a better shoot then, and she's moved back into 9th place. Whittaker was a little bit quicker at the range as well. She now moves past Olga Klunnikova. So battles going on across the field, but we keep our eyes firmly fixated on that battle for 9th place as Malik Ishmael is battling. So we need to keep an eye on Cluvel, who shot 30 seconds. Another 30-second shoot could drop her out of that top 9. Klunnikova in 7th place. Malik Ishmael now moves up into 8th place, so it's now Ronaldo. It's all going to be about this final shoot and who can keep their nerve. Olivia Green and Myron Oliver are looking to try and get themselves back inside that top 9, which is still possible. There's battles going on across the field. This is so exciting and so dramatic. And that is the battle for 9th place, right in front of your very eyes there. Elite Ronaldo and Catherine Myron Oliver are battling it out. Olivia Green isn't too far behind.
All depends on this last shooting series.
I know. I'm nervous for all these athletes. Are you
edge
not?
of my chair here.
So, one more shooting routine to go. It's an amazing laser on this from Anna Kazilikans, who makes her way to the shooting range for one final time. Clouvel is going to hope to shoot better than 33 seconds, which is around what she got on the previous shooting routine. So, hold your breath, folks. It all comes down to this. Zilikans with a 12-second shoot. This is better from Clouvel. A 12.5 from Clouvel. It's her best shoot of the semi-final, and that'll get her through nicely. Eridia is out, Erdos is out, Whittaker is out. It needs to be a big shoot this from Olivia Green. It needs to be a big shoot this from Catherine Myron Oliver. Malak Ishmael is out. Ronaldo is out. Klunnikova with a slow shoot. Green needs to get this done, as does Oliver. And Oliver is away. Green is away. And what about Dominiak and Miteva? Well, this is where the battle is now going to be won or lost. Klunnikova has a bit of a lead over Green and Oliver. Olympic hopes on the line here. Malak Ishmael and Elite Ronaldo will be potentially reeled in. I don't think there's going to be enough of this race left for the athletes in 10th and 11th. Oliver is now 7 seconds behind. These athletes chasing have to give it absolutely everything, and that gap is huge, by the way. The top 9 are looking safe. Ishmael, Ronaldo, they have a big gap over Catherine Myron Oliver, Olivia Green and Rebecca Langerer, who at this stage of the competition look like they could be about to drop out of the competition. Emma Whittaker has had a solid race there. But there you can see Malak Ishmael, Ronaldo, they are looking very safe in the final stages of this final lap. The race was building up, looking like it could be a dramatic conclusion, but in the end, I don't think it's going to be enough for Olivia Green as she tries desperately to get herself back inside that top 10. Malak Ishmael has found an extra turn of pace. A quick and nervous look over that left shoulder reassures her, because on your screen there, Zilikans, Erdos, Clouvel, Adamatiti, Eridia, Klunnikova, Whittaker, Ronaldo, Malak Ishmael, they're all safely through. Langer and Green are out of the competition. They have not made it, nor has Myron Oliver. So, my goodness me, it all came down to that final shoot as we thought it was going to, Elida.
Yeah, no, these are the types of laser-run races we love for, sort of that change of... It's like what James said, just like a Formula 1 race, but just anything can happen in this race. And as you can see, a lot of things changed up throughout this race.
Yeah, it's not to be for Olivia Green. Lara Salmonen putting everything into those final stages.